This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's 6:53. We're giving you everything you need to know for your Wednesday here in the Morning Sprint.
Today will be sunny and mild, but Mark is telling us about some rain moving our way.
But police are looking for the person who shot and killed a man in a West Spokane apartment complex yesterday.
Let's get to City Charles with the details.
SPD says this shooting was not random, and police do have a person of interest in this case, but they have yet to release a description. It happened here at the Sisters Haven apartments yesterday afternoon near the Spokane Falls Community College. Spokane Police Officer Jacqueline Valencia says when officers arrived at the scene, they found a man dead inside an apartment who'd been shot. The Spokane Police Department's Major Crimes Unit is still investigating this morning. We'll be sure to update you when we get more information on KXLY.com.
Several organizations are calling for Spokane Police Chief Craig Meidel's resignation, signing a letter accusing him of giving a group of business and commercial property owners preferential treatment. Now, Chief Meidel is giving 4 News Now his side of the story. He says the group of business owners came to him because they were fed up with crime downtown. He says he communicated with them about the issues the department was working on in that area and letting them know what tools they need and information about suspects. It's the same treatment he says was requested from several other organizations. At Spokane City Council meeting on Monday night, SCAR and some of those organizations urged the City Council to use its subpoena power to investigate Meidel's use of political power.
More than 100 guns, 11 kilos of fentanyl, and 230 pounds of methamphetamine were seized in what state and federal officials say is part of a Washington area prison gang drug trafficking bust. 27 people have been indicted for drug trafficking in Washington and other states. The alleged leader is believed to be a member of a white supremacy gang active in Washington prisons called the Aryan Family. Local, state, and federal officials seized massive amounts of drugs, guns, and money last Wednesday in a multi-state takedown.
A federal judge in Spokane is now considering whether to lift restrictions on an abortion pill. Judge Thomas Rice heard from State Attorney General Bob Ferguson on access to the pill mifepristone. That pill, taken before another drug as a combination, ends a pregnancy before 10 weeks. According to Attorney General Ferguson, the FDA has approved about 20,000 drugs with no restrictions. Only about 60 drugs are actually restricted, like this abortion pill. Washington and 10 other states are part of this lawsuit to make the drug more accessible.
As you're waking up this morning in our First Alert weather, and that First Alert weather app, by the way, free and available. We have temperatures that are freezing into the valley, but into the mid-30s elsewhere, looking pretty good. The forecast radar really talking about just some sun and clouds coming through the area. If you need to find rain or snow into the higher elevations, you're going to have to head south into parts of Idaho and into the western side of the Palouse Central Basin as well. We look at what we can expect for the next 12 hours. It's going to be variable clouds, partly cloudy at times. Our high today, though, a mild 55 degrees.
We are learning more about Audrey Hale, who police say killed 6 people at a Nashville elementary school Monday. The attack unfolded over 14 minutes. Body cameras reveal police running toward the sound of gunfire without hesitation. As police continue to uncover more about the shooter, a former student, the motive remains unclear. We do know that minutes before the rampage, a childhood friend of the shooter says she got an Instagram message from Hale that Hale was planning to die that day. Police also say Hale was being treated for an emotional disorder. The coverage of the deadly school shooting continues next on Good Morning America.
Firearms were the leading cause of death among children and adolescents in 2021 for the second year in a row, according to data from the CDC. Firearms surpassed motor vehicle crashes as the leading cause of death for children in 2020. In 2021, more than 4,700 children between the ages of 1 and 19 died from firearms.
A Washington State Senate hearing discussed House Bill 1240, which would ban the import and sales of popular rifles, including the AR-15. If passed, the bill would ban the sale and manufacture of any assault weapon in Washington. This bill would only apply to new firearms, not existing owners, law enforcement, or the military. The bill still needs to pass on the Senate floor before heading to the governor's desk.
A setback for former President Donald Trump in the January 6th investigation. Former Vice President Mike Pence is responding to a new court ruling compelling him to testify to a grand jury about conversations he had with President Trump leading up to the January 6th attack. The Associated Press reports Pence will not have to answer questions about his actions on January 6th, but he would have to testify about any potential illegal acts committed by Trump. All right, we'll have that final check of weather with Mark coming up right after this break.